more importantly, for those of you that are listening to that this presentation and this talk, and you're thinking, well, you know, this sounds a bit ideal. This sounds all flowery, okay, in engaging with dads that are good, decent fathers, you know. What about the ones that are really bad, that are deadbeat, the ones that are really negative? I think in some of the most darkest, difficult of situations, I feel you can still find an element of good. So you should always consider to think about weighing up the pros and cons of whether, you know, fathers can be resources as well as risks to their children and the family. And obviously we do that as part of our safeguarding practice. But let's try not to weigh too heavily on the negative. So, you know, things to think about for you, you know, around parental alienation. Do you see this as a form of abuse? Social workers, as social work practitioners, how much does your involvement maybe exacerbate experiences of parental alienation for fathers who may feel alienated or not able to get involved in family life? What are your views about men, particularly those that are seen as non-white or come from other ethnic backgrounds, as perpetrators of violence? You know, how does that impact the way that you engage? And how influential are your own personal experiences of maybe having experienced domestic violence or having seen it within the family or around others, impacting the way that you navigate and negotiate these issues? And once again, what are the challenges for engaging those men, or black men, or those that are considered as BIPOC, as part of safeguarding and child protection? You know, what are those challenges for you? Okay, these are just some things to consider. And even more so, as a result of this great summit, and I've been really privileged to open up the summit as the first speaker. So thank you all so much for listening in and tuning in. But what are you going to do with this message as a result of when the laptops get turned off and when the third day of the summit ends? How are you going to take this message forward? Who else are you going to speak to? What other professionals or practitioners would you need to share this information with? And what other things do you need to do as part of your practice to further develop in this area? Okay, things to think about. Like I said, it would be great for you to join our mailing list. What I'm going to do now, sorry, I'm just going to stop sharing for a short period of time, just to pop in the link for you all to connect with me if you wish to, and to follow my mailing list and the work that we're doing. It would be great, where you can get loads of tips and advice around father engagement. I'm just going to paste that here. There you go. And I'm just going to reopen my presentation again. Bear with me. Sorry, I'm dancing around my screen. So let's bring this back up. It's going to get a bit weird again in a minute. We're back. So find the mailing list, you get tips. You know, reach out. Follow our work, connect with what we're doing, because I've got loads of resources and activities I think that would really help you as part of your practice. Of course, follow our work. We're on social media. We're on LinkedIn. We're on Twitter. If you want to follow the blog, connect with us at Daddy CPR. It would be great to hear from you. You know, connect with me. It'd be nice to hear your views on the session and how this has gone as well. So do connect and follow with our work. And, you know, final thoughts. How is this stuff? For us in the UK, we've gone into this major lockdown. Okay, I think things have maybe been relaxed a little in the States, but in the UK, we're still in this lockdown period, and it has caused so many issues for families around domestic violence. We've heard of increased reports, both for as men as victims as well as perpetrators of DV and abuse, and this has been a huge issue. So for you in the States, how has COVID kind of exacerbated that? Are you finding similar issues in the States? You know, how do you encounter, you know, as we've spoken about, fathers that may have been incarcerated and have a criminal record? How does this impact on their ability to be involved in family life, particularly after separation or divorce?